Hey everybody, Dr. Howard Cohn with the BioStacking Summit 4.0 with the one and only Kim Rogers from Rogershood Apothecary. Guys, if you have a health challenge, you're probably here because of that, or know somebody has, and feel like you've done a lot of things, been a lot of places, and don't know if there's hope, you've really chimed in for the right talk right now with Kim Rogers. This woman has been through it. She has had it all happen. She has kissed the frogs on the way to trying to find the right practitioners, people, things, therapies, nutrition, diets, cleanses to help get from not thriving at all to actually being a person that people around the globe are following for inspiration and health and watching an evolution of a phenomenon with this guy right here, which we know and love and have loved for a long time now at the Cohn Health Institute, which is the famous ParaFy Kit, which got it all started, all the way to all the things we're going to talk about now with the one and only Kim Rogers. So Kim, welcome. Talk to us a little bit. I know we're going to do another section after this too, where we kind of deep dive with how you're the ride, the story. Talk to us about a little bit about the how and why you had to create these things for yourself because nothing else was working.
There was just nothing out there like this. There wasn't a full kit. There was like piecemealing of parasite cleansing, candida cleansing, heavy metal cleansing, and no one talked about how important a binder is when you're detoxing your body. And so I spent, months and months and months talking about it, and a light bulb went off, and I thought I really just need to make my own cleanse in order for me to know the transparency, what products are in it, who's manufacturing it, and also being able to combine it all at an affordable price. I mean, you start stacking all of these other tinctures and pills, and it gets a little pricey for people, and then you need instructions, and it just becomes really overwhelming, and then the person just gives up and they don't find that it's a priority to do this, and it's really important that we're doing this.
So you didn't just do what like every other person it seems like on Instagram or TikTok is doing, which is call some contract manufacturer and have them order some raw ingredient from maybe somewhere in the US, maybe somewhere overseas, India, China, put something together that they learned about by watching another podcast and market it. You actually rolled up the sleeves and did what our ancestors used to do, and a handful of crazy people still do, and I say that in a loving, inspired way. And you foraged for this stuff. I mean, you went in the field and picked these items that are in your products the way God intended it to be, preserving all nature's goodness and really the part that actually works. Can you talk to that? Because it's one of my absolute favorite things about your products.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. It is such a great way to showcase the herbs and really have people understand that you can forage and you can find organic, ethically grown herbs in order to utilize those to help your body. So I just decided one day to look around. I have a beautiful piece of property out in the rainforest, and so some of these herbs are from out there. I also love mushrooms, and so those are in there as well. So there's a lot of opportunity for people to connect with Mother Nature when they're taking the ParaFy kit and all of our other kits. They've all have herbs in them because we just make this all ourselves. And let me tell you, it is a beast to manufacture. It's like a whole nother world. We do everything. Rogershood does it all. I'm really particular about what I put in my body, and I want everyone else around me to be the same way. So it's an amazing thing that we've done. I mean, I'm actually blown away every day I wake up. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy but amazing at the same time.
Well, it is. And, the fact that you're able to put these real, and I mean real, ingredients in your products and to
Yeah.
do it. And then, I've made products myself, so I know a little bit about what it takes. And to be able to actually deliver it in the fashion that you do, number two, like timely. When you're foraging stuff, you're dependent on weather, season, crop yields, all kinds of things. and
Yeah.
location, and there's a lot. But normally when you see somebody forage with stuff, it's 2 or 3 times the price of the average thing that you would see on the shelf with the same name. Yours are at the same or less. I have no idea how you're doing it. You're doing it. I mean, the results are there. Uh,
Mhm.
I guess I'm just, I don't know how you're doing it, but thank God for doing it. And, as we say, and I like to say, I adore anyone who is what I would call Robin Hooding healthcare to people, meaning like getting something that people normally could not afford and getting it so that everyone can afford it. And listen, 10 million TikTok views later based on this first, kit here.
Yeah.
So talk to us about what's in this kit. We all know ParaFy a little bit. We don't know it, but so someone who's brand new, they
Mhm.
heard about it, they saw you, they're like, oh, it's a worm queen. I gotta listen to see what she has to say. We got our sustain, we got our metal flush, which people don't think about. We got our cinnamon. What do we have our soaps, we got our fulvic. I mean, there's a lot going on before we even go to the other kits. What's in there and why?
Well, the ParaFy Kit is parasites and worms, candida and bad bacteria, and metal flush is the heavy metal detox. Heavy metals weight them down, so you want to give them as light as possible to be able to come in and have the herbs sweep them out. So you have to do it in a series, and it's super simple. It's all three tinctures, 3 times a day, 15 drops. It is a tincture, so it's readily available, gets right in, and then at nighttime you bind. And we make all of that. We soak the herbs, we process everything ourselves, we bottle it all ourselves, we capsule our own cinnamon. And so it's really about the synergisticness of the herbs that I chose to allow you to get some parasite relief, some worms, some candida, which, is just an overgrowth of yeast that ends up turning into a parasite in your body. And we all end up having it probably around Christmas with most of us. And then you just want to kind of diffuse it so that it doesn't take over systematically. And then we are exposed every day to heavy metals. So it really is a full body detox, and it's super simple. We include instructions. We have a nut free option, and we ship worldwide. We're one of the few companies that have a kit, but we're also one of the few companies that have a nut free option and ship worldwide.
Yeah, it's been amazing in your evolution of this product to actually make it so that everyone can get it, even people that aren't, like you said, sensitive to nuts and so far. And the stories that are coming in are crazy. So first of all, just for those who are even new to like, oh, I don't, I haven't traveled to Guatemala and drink the water out of a straw into the river, where the sludge was at. If you're living on Earth, it's
Yep.
not if, it's when. In China, they always say every 90 days they do parasite cleanses because, they say don't wait till you're thirsty to dig a well. So,
Yeah.
can you speak to a little bit if you have a pet, they lick their butt and then they lick you. I mean, you're getting them. Talk to us about where these worms are coming from.
Well, in my case, we had worm water. I mean, there's just no nice way to say it. The water is contaminated where my log home is that we were building on our property. And then I've tested the water around our country and specifically in Seattle, and it also had nematodes in the water. It's just not something that our country tests. And so that's where I'm like, you've got to be proactive. You have to do these things in order for them not to just chill in your body, right? So that's one way you can catch it. The other one obviously is the pet. I do believe that 100% of pet owners probably have the same parasite as their dog or cat. We share the same microbiome. You let them lick you. They're out there eating poop. And, I had the same one as my dog. So I had dogs at one point. We had the same parasites. And just raw produce. I mean, if you've watched me at all, I pick on salmon all the time. So you can get it from fish. They say that up to 1 square inch of salmon can have 10,000 parasite eggs in it. So, when you're eating that raw sushi, just be like, I'm going to cleanse.
It is, yeah, it's a lot. it's
I'm speechless. I
yeah.
mean, it's just that's the most wild thing I could ever think that I'd be doing in my life. Like honestly, I mean, I come from Western medicine. I hold healthcare degrees. I was a professor. Not once was I a child going, I think I want to wake up and be the worm queen and talk about poop and parasites all day long. But I love it. Like I love it. It lights me up every day. So
Well, your health challenge has led to lots and lots of miracles around the world, and it's really just the beginning. So we started with the ParaFy Kit, and then a lot of people again know you as the Worm Queen, but with the Moldeze Kit, you have helped a lot of people really have a simple, easy, cost-effective, again, solution to mold. So yeah, I mean, you could equally at this point be called the mold mama, if you will. Maybe that'll be a secondary thing that we can do in a future podcast behind the
oh
Worm
my
Queen as the her alter ego, the mold mama. And so talk to us about why we had to put this kit together, because this one I absolutely love as well, because man, it's insidious, it's everywhere, it's invisible.
yeah.
People don't know they have it affecting them. And then the interventions they're using are expensive. They a lot of times cause more problems than they help. Talk to us on what made you like go, I got to roll my sleeves up again and go after mold.
A year into the parasites, a year after I was crowned worm queen, my husband and I were building our log home. That's where all of this had started. And our travel trailer that we were living in while we were building had Aspergillus niger poisoning. And I had my eyes swell shut and I lost half of my hair and I'm on film. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? And it was when we closed our trailer down, turned the air conditioner on, and it just really affected me. I also have chronic Lyme, which leads into the other kit, but I realized how much there was lacking information out there about mold and also a cleanse, how to cleanse your body, how to do it. And when you have mold, you have such terrible brain fog. I did not have the energy because I'm on film, I'm building Rogershood, and now I have mold poisoning. I have to move myself out of the trailer, move into a hotel, kind of semi homeless at this point, right? We don't have a house, we're still building, and I'm supposed to figure out how to demold my body. Like it was so many moving parts that as I was finding the ways to demold and cleanse my system, I was taking note of those herbs. I was taking note of what I was doing. I was taking note of how to do this because I was dedicated to not needing to have other people do this. Like a kit, this is what we need. And I just designed it exactly around the ParaFy Kit. So it's 3 tinctures and a binder, and it just makes life easier. It comes with instructions. I talk about different modalities that you should do while you're demolding your body. It really became a passion for me to realize that environmental toxins were affecting me, and then how many other people are these environmental toxins affecting. And when you can't find a practitioner that can help you, which I feel like I've really done a great job in sticking all of the most amazing practitioners in my link tree, showing people that there are people like you out there that are willing to help you. But if you can't afford that, go buy $100 kit, look at those herbs, see how you feel, and then once you start getting more energy, you're able to go and reach out to more people to assist you further in your mold journey.
So great. So listen, from Worm Queen to Mold Mama to let's say Lymph Lady. Okay, I think we got something going here. So many are now seeing you as the Lymph Lady. So we have our new lymph kit. Listen, the lymphatic system's a bloodstream for your immune system. I mean, you got all these dead bodies and they're lying around. They
Yeah.
can't come out of your system. So you realize that you've got feedback from your community, which is in the millions now, and they're saying, hey, occasionally this is what my experience is, and then you roll up the sleeves for a third time, and then came up with the lymph kit. So talk to us about the lymph kit.
The lymph kit's amazing. I even love the spelling, LYMF. It actually is a take off of Lyme because I also have chronic Lyme, and I noticed as I was opening up my pathways more that the movement and that the uncomfortable pain that I was having from Lyme was kind of easing up a little bit. So I chose a bunch of herbs that you could take while you're ParaFy or Moldeze cleansing, and or you can just take them every day. So I really found that it's really important to keep your lymphatic system moving while you're cleansing. And so I added things like turkey tail, the mushrooms, lion's mane, which protects your brain and is a huge detox point that really we don't touch a lot on, how important it is to protect your brain while you're cleansing. And so I just brought all of the herbs in that I knew would help detox your body, support your kidney, support your liver, and also a mild anti-parasitic, which is in sustain, and just really allow a more smooth transition, one, going into cleansing. So you can take this with the ParaFy Kit. It opens up your detox pathways. It supports your body so that you overall have a better cleanse, you feel better, and you have more energy to do other things to continue keeping your pathways open.
Well, I love it. It's exciting. I mean, listen, we're using these kits. We recommend people cycle these kits so that they can have a schedule. What is a recommended schedule that you recommend that people cleanse and then re-cleanse? Or what do you like to tell people? What's your experience?
I recommend the Lymph Kit every day. It's just a supplement you want to add into your life.
Okay.
And then I recommend 3 to 4 times a year to do the ParaFy Kit. And that's because they cycle as well. And then they also hold on to spores. So that's parasites, they meaning the worms. They can hold on to spores. And so if you're exposed to that, or if you are chronically ill and you're living in it, the Moldeze Kit will help boost your immune system. We actually have 2 tinctures in there called Immune and Recover, which can be taken outside of the Moldeze Kit. One helps with hair and nails, one helps boost your immune system and break mucus down. I take it all the time when I'm traveling to boost my immune system. But you can cycle that in between. So you could start with the lymph, continue taking that, go to ParaFy, because I do recommend parasites first and then mold. And we've all been exposed, so it's not a bad idea. But the Moldeze Kit also is a mitochondria support kit. I put herbs in to boost your mitochondria so that you have more energy. So I just happen to have mold, and I sell it that way, but it really is a mitochondria support kit, just boosting it all. So lymph, ParaFy, Moldeze, repeat.
I love it. I love it. So where do they get it? How it's simple to get, isn't it?
It is. It's super easy. You can find it on rogershood.com. We have multiple different avenues. My link tree, rogershood.com. You can go to any of my profiles. It's all right there for you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we are going to go into our next section. We're going to talk about all things in the journey, how we got here, roll up our sleeves a little bit, and talk about even some of the other fun things you have with the soaks and things like that. So you want to tune in for that. Also, you want to be a VIP on the summit if you're not already, because we're having a giveaway. You heard about these 3 kits, the ParaFy Kit, the Moldeze Kit, and the Lymph Kit. We're going to be giving away one of each of those. There'll be a raffle along with many other great things from our sponsors that you'll have an opportunity to win or receive, but you got to be a VIP. So we'll see you on the summit. Kim Rogers, thank you so much. And guys, we're going to talk more real soon. So we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me.